Okay, after I made that last tape about stop dealing with the dead, a couple of us were talking it over, and when we're making, we've been putting in to become both a prosecutor, to become the prosecutor and get rid of all the bar members out of the court. We had filed a U.S. District Court criminal complaint. So we have a case sitting there. Now, if you don't want to go through and file a criminal complaint to get a case filed and then process your stuff through and then become the plaintiff, as you are now the plaintiff, and then you step in to also become the U.S. prosecutor, the US prosecutor in the case, and get rid of all the bar members out of the court case to turn it into a tribunal case. That's what we have done. The other alternative is that you would file your items into a bankruptcy case, and there again you would be the plaintiff against the state in a bankruptcy, or against the corporation, the United States. It's not the state, okay? It's a governmental organization that's operating in bankruptcy. You would be the plaintiff in that scenario also. That's at the federal U.S. District Court level. And then you would step in and also state that you are the state in the process as the U.S. prosecutor, the U.S. prosecutor. You would turn that into the American bankruptcy law system, okay, and get rid of all the bar members, attorneys out of the jurisdiction. That's what we should have done back in December when we were sitting in bankruptcy in the bankruptcy court. That's all we had to do, was basically get rid of the U.S. attorney that was sitting there, get him out, claim that we are not claim, but establish that we are the US prosecutor in this scenario, and then we would have had our tribunal, and we would have ruled because the judge would have had to stand mute. Now, this is a very simple little thing that you can do, either one or the other. Either you go to the U.S. District Court with a criminal complaint, or you go to the bankruptcy side with your documents and submit them in. Okay? You establish that you are coming in as the plaintiff, and then you also, and that's the body, okay, body of land. And then you come in as the plaintiff, as you are now the living state of the land. And then you've got two living players on the field, and you've got a judge that has to stand mute because he can't deal with the living. You make the ruling, you, out of that court, you hand that ruling over to the clerk of the court, the medium for the process, and you give a written up order that you don't sign it. You give it to the clerk of the court so that the judge can now sign the order, because this is the ruling that came out of the court. He would sign it, give it back to the clerk of the court, and then the clerk of the court would process it. That order would be going to the Lord of the dead. The judge is the Lord over the dead. And then he would, by going through the medium, the Lord of the dead would have to drop the drawbridge between the two worlds of the living and the dead. Pretty simple. We've been arguing the whole damn thing. Like I said in the last one, contempt of court is when you're playing around and arguing with the dead. So, You got two choices here, either district court, federal district court, or basically going to the federal bankruptcy court. But that's the two choices you have. Okay? Take care.